Hi there. I would like to speak against all those who are speaking against Medjugorje and all other apparitions that have not yet been approved by the Vatican and which are still on the Vatican's wait-and-see list. These include Medjugorje, Garabandal and a few others. First, let it be said that standard prudent church policy is to wait and see. Normally apparitions can take years to become approved, and so I feel that a lot of these corners of the media that are speaking out against Medjugorje are speaking from the aspect or from the standpoint of fear. They are not listening to the Vatican. They feel they know better than the Vatican. They preempt an unlikely Vatican negative decision, particularly on Medjugorje. And they use the power of the internet to spread their beliefs all over the world. Now, why is this a problem? Surely it's fine for people to have their own personal opinions on something. But in the case of these apparitions, it is not as simple as that. There are many souls who have heard about Medjugorje, particular souls that have not yet converted, and who see the events of Medjugorje and are enthralled by what's going on there. I mean, Our Lady is appearing there. She has been doing so, allegedly, for 25 years. I say allegedly because this has not been proven to be either of God or supernatural. And in fact, the local bishop has spoken against the visions and condemned them. And this is what eggs people on. The media just goes wild with this because the local bishop disagrees with the visions. They automatically think that the Vatican is against the visions, and they go online and they put big headlines on there: Vatican condemns Medjugorje, or Church condemns Medjugorje. But the Vatican position is very clear on Medjugorje. It does not condemn Medjugorje. The Yugoslav Bishops' Conference was handed the task of investigating the apparitions after Bishop Zanic, the local bishop, went overboard basically and condemned the apparitions with apparently groundless basis. He not only said that it was not proven that there were no visions, but he categorically stated that it is proven that there are no visions. And basically Ratzinger, the then Cardinal Ratzinger, disagreed with that and handed the matter over to the Yugoslav Bishops' Conference, which investigated and came to the conclusion that on the basis of evidence, it still could not be confirmed 100% that these visions were supernatural, meaning of God. It could be of the devil. Certainly hoax has been ruled out by scientific investigation. So basically the Vatican is just in a purely wait-and-see mode, and it is clearly stated this position in the Zadar Declaration of 1991 and subsequently in letters to the faithful. Now there's been such a stink from anti-Medjugorje campaigners who are slandering good priests and good bishops and basically telling the faithful not to go to Medjugorje, or telling everybody not to go to Medjugorje. Now this is a problem because, as I said before, these people, they want to know what's going on. It's people who don't believe are suddenly starting to believe and saying, yeah, what if God does exist? And so they think, oh, I'm going to go to Medjugorje. But then they go online and they do a search on Google and they see Rick's, I better not mention any names, but there are some sites out there that are, basically slandering and smashing Medjugorje with no basis, with lies, innuendos, half-truth and false witnesses. If anybody wants to know all about these lies and false witnesses and everything that's going on around Medjugorje, the bishop's views, the Catholic Church views, go to my website www.marian-times.com. mariantimes.com. and find out. But I think these guys are just causing damage because these souls that want to go to Medjugorje, they want to be converted, they're reading these lies and they're saying, okay, I better not go. And they might not convert. They might just stay in their own condition. And we want people to convert. It's not a matter of the apparition that did the conversion. It's just a matter of, souls, are they being converted or not? And I think that these sites and these people that preemptively slander Medjugorje, it's a long story. They think they're right, but they're not right. And they're harming souls. I mean, if you go to a Catholic forum, you might see some souls that come online and say, Joe comes on and says, hey, I went to Medjugorje and I got converted. And then my life's so great. I found Jesus, I confessed my sins, and I've turned my life around. And then you get some guy coming on saying, yes, but don't you know that Medjugorje has been condemned by the local bishop? And, I see that, and I see the wet blanket that's draped over this guy by this person that knows nothing. So anyway, anybody considering going to Medjugorje or converting through Medjugorje or any other apparition, Garabandal, for example, is not condemned either by the Vatican. Just go. Just go. Don't listen to these guys. Don't be sucked in. And as I said, go to my website. There I have answers to all the objections put forward by these websites. And I'm going to mention one of them. Unity Publishing is one of them. And Richard Salvato. He seemed like a nice enough guy, but he's got the wrong end of the stick regarding Medjugorje, and I believe Garabandal as well. And there are other people like E. Michael Jones who are spreading lies and innuendo and going just way over the mark. Listen to the Vatican. The Vatican does not condemn. The Vatican is in wait and see mode. Let's just wait and see. Don't jump the gun.